tell us about yourself. Yeah.
I'm Dr. Julian Adel Omara, a doctor in agriculture and road transformation, the founder of Delight Uganda Limited, Delight Noya Agribusiness, a board member of Private Sector Foundation Uganda, Kurika Uganda, Mustema University,
Wow.
and a chairperson of Noya Fruit Growers Cooperative Society. A housewife, a mother and a grandmom, and an employer.
Wow. Those are all big titles. So with all those big titles, what inspires you to choose to come to farming?
It was my dream of making fresh juice from locally grown fresh fruit. I realized that in Uganda, there was no organized farmers who would grow the right fruits, true to species, true to variety, which would make the best fresh juice. So I realized that if I don't travel to up country and get land and organize the farmers, organize ourselves and start off, I will not realize my dream. And that's why I traveled to Noya district, where we are today.
By the mention of agriculture, first tell us, how do you understand it? Because most people take it in a different way.
To me, the way I understand agriculture, to me, I can say it is the best business you can talk of, because we are born in the villages like me, and even when you retire, you go back to your home. But people don't want to respect agriculture. I love agriculture, I value agriculture, and I know it's only agriculture which can help Ugandans to come out of poverty. So I value agriculture so much, and that's why I decided to leave my comfort zone in Kampala to come and live here in the jungle.
Wow. We have moved around your garden. It's very inspiring, very big. We didn't even finish. So, but what makes you so unique? Because we have seen for you focus on fruits only. Tell us about that.
Wow. Why I came to Noya, one, I had a purpose. As Mama Cheers, I produce Cheers juice, importing the raw materials, that is the concentrate. I said, why can't I go in the area where I can grow the fruits of different varieties, so that I can produce the fresh juice, that's the Cheers juice. And I also developed a model. The model I developed is called Adeli's model, where since time immemorial, people in northern Uganda, they plant cereals and they plant oil seeds, but they've remained the way they are. You find somebody has 100 acres, can till 2 acres, 3 acres, cereal to that subsistence farming. So I said I must come introduce a model of fruit farming and the intercrop. So we got land, that was 2012. We started with 1,000 acres. We added on, now we have 1,700 acres. Wow. We started with planting, that is mango, we have 1,000 acres. We planted guavas, now we have 300 acres. We planted citrus, we have 100 acres. We went ahead and planted the medicinal trees, where we have 514 different medicinal species. We have continued doing the intercrop every year. So where we plant, where the mangoes are, all the fruits, we do the intercrop. But we started from the nursery, as we take you to see the nursery where we started from.
So there is a young person or like a big person out there who wants to start up like a farm like yours, but they don't have money, they don't have land. How can they start?
One thing I want to tell you, I just thank God, because we did not have money, you know, as the private sector. We came here struggling. That was 2012. And my story is, you know, in a humble, poor beginning. You start small, you continue growing. For the last, I can say, 11 years, we've been planting every year. We plant fruit trees, and we plant the intercrop. The money we get from the intercrop is the money which helps us to maintain our orchard. So to me, the only advice I get, I can give people is, come and learn from us. At the moment, we have 480 people from Bobby Technique. We are training them how to do it, how to do fruit farming as a business. Actually, it is a complete value chain of fruit farming, from a seed to juice on the table. Yeah. And also the intercrop, how to manage the oil seeds and other cereals. So you start with the calitro you have. You can start with 1 acre. After 10, 12 years, you can also have 50 acres. I believe in starting small and also learning. That's why we started Delight Farm Institute for hands-on skilling. Come and see what we do, go home and do it.
Yes. So of what value is the farm to the community?
To me, really, our farm is highly valued because it's open. And we have trained many people. We have, in total, we started with 2,000 outgrowers. Wow. Those are the founder members we started with. I thank ADI Trust, they supported them at least a bit. Then we added on the 3,000 women. We are also supported by UN Women. We added on 6,000 youth. We have a project, Delight to Work with young people. Those are the people you will see around tomorrow in the community. They are also planting. Yeah. We have trained them at our institute. So in total, we are like 11,800 in the community, those who have planted. When you add on what we have in the farm, the 1,700 acres, at least we have organized our base, the fruits. So when we bring the factory, we shall have the raw materials in our to use in our factory.
Yeah. Yes, you've seen you're a farmer. You have a very big farm, and it's a rainy season. Is the rain affecting or helping?
For us as farmers, we thank the Almighty God. As it is raining now, time for planting. A farmer must be in the garden. A farmer must be at home, not in Kampala, in the garden, and practically do it. What gives us more credit in life, we are practical farmers. We are not telephone farmers.
Yes. So most farmers out there, they wait for rain season to start planting. Like, do you advise them also to be planting also in dry seasons, or they are specifically seasons where people should?
In Uganda, we have 2 seasons in a year. Yeah. We start from January, we start preparing our gardens, and we get ready to plant in March, April, and that is for the first season. So we harvest between July and August. But again, we prepare other garden. We start in May. May we do the first plow. June we do the second plow. We do the harrowing in July, and other crops like rice, we start planting for 6 months. We plant sorghum, we plant different crops. But one advice I give a farmer, you are supposed to prepare your garden in time, not to prepare when it is a planting season. At least you have 2.5 months to 3 to prepare your garden to be ready.
So how is the agriculture, Ugandan agriculture standing?
To me is we left the agriculture to the poor people, subsistence farming, and they are the one who feed us. Can you imagine? The poor people, the undeserved, and we still wait for food in the benefit of agriculture, and they are very happy when they are in the farm. To me, I think as a nation, Uganda, we must start from the curriculum and start training people from our children of the nursery, primary, to admire agriculture. To know that milk is got from the cow, not from the fridge. To know a fruit is got from a tree, not from the market. We must appreciate our agriculture. We are so blessed, Uganda. We have 2 seasons in the year. We have fertile soil. And it's only in Uganda where you can go and beg the elders, the rich people, and they give you land user right to use their land. I think we have more strength as a nation in agriculture than in any other thing. We cannot go and compete with Arab countries where they have a lot of oil, or Japan, or what. In Uganda, in Africa, our strength is in agriculture. To me, I think we need a total mindset change from the government, NGO, the way of doing things. You cannot do telephone farming. That's why people are making losses. And you cannot make any decision when you are in office. Several times my husband say, come and make a decision in the garden. So for us, all the challenges are solved in the garden. That's why here at Delight Uganda Limited, we insist hands-on skilling. Those youths, others, yes, we have them, like we have 48 of them, we take them to the garden. And even the 6,000 youths we are working with, we must bring, per week we embody 60. We take them to the garden. Yes, complaints are there, and they were saying, they reported me to the Bishop Gurach Diocese, Adiel is overworking us for keeping them in the garden for only 5 hours. And whereas I tell them, when I was growing up, my mom used to tell me, you work in the morning, wake up at 6, go to the garden, come back at 11, at 3, go back to the garden, work up to 6. That's how I grew up, knowing that that's how we handle agriculture. So when I'm training the youth that, yes, let us go and work, they want to be trained in class. And I always disagree. So our being here is very relevant, because now we have an institute, a center of excellence for learning. We have a nursery with a capacity of 2 million seedlings. We have the orchard, and we have all sorts of fruits. Even we are raising goats, so that, and the eucalyptus. So we sincerely believe that if we all work hard and produce, we have like 150 acres of cassava, we plant potatoes, we plant sorghum, we plant at least rice. Here we don't buy food. We have everything. We must live in a home of abundance. And when I was growing up, that's what my mom used to tell me. And we used to work hard. And when you are used to work, you will never lack anything at home. Yes.
So, Mama, who is responsible for educating the community? Because we see even the farmers, they don't come out to tell the people how to grow, how to start, what the good things in it. Like if you go online searching for farmers, there are no people. You find a few of them. Why is it that, okay, who is responsible for educating the community?
To me,
so that the community can know about farming?
I think it's the responsibility of government, NGOs when they come to support, but also it's you and me. It's our duty to ensure we are there for each other. As a member of Catholic Charismatic Renewal, I must value who a neighbor is. So it's a neighbor responsible to empower another a neighbor. Yes. To me, I feel it's my responsibility, and I'm also supposed to work with other partners, because me, I have a dream to make fresh juice from fresh fruits. I have a duty to educate the farmers to produce according to the standard I need. To me, I think it's my duty, and it's a duty of government and other people also to help. And those who are doing complete value chains, it's their duty, because it's business. Ours is entirely business. We are not NGOs, we are not government, but we are private sector. And again, I'm a social entrepreneur. To realize my dream, I must pull up more people so that we also realize our dreams, and also I look for people to help me to realize my dream.
Wow, that's inspiring. So who is to be blamed for the poor performance in agriculture? Because currently Uganda is performing bad in agriculture, not like back then where people used to practice agriculture. We used to have a lot of products.
To me, before I blame any other person, I first blame myself. What have I done as a dairy?
Yeah.
To me, I'm a doctor in agriculture and road transformation, and that is my job.
Yeah.
So before I put finger on anybody, I must put my fingers at myself. Yeah. Have I done something for a neighbor, for the community? Have I tried to demonstrate? So that's why I came here. I said, okay, before I would go to the community, let me first do something. And it's very amazing. We planted mangoes. You can even get 7 crates from the mango. Wow. Almost 500 fruits from a mango tree. Wow. The guavas, you get enough. The orange and everything. I have done it. But if I had sat and say it's government to do it, it's NGO, it's the other one, I wouldn't be here. To me, I think it's you and me to work together, and we be there for the others, yes.
So besides pests and diseases, you have a very big farm. What else affects like your crops, the challenges you go through?
We have big challenges. Yeah. One, pests and diseases is number one. Two, failure to know. Another problem is failure to do. There are many people, especially people of this regime, they don't want to do. People go and study agriculture, they have it, they know it, but they don't practice. People don't want to touch the soil. Yeah, as you asked me from the beginning that people don't value agriculture, because they don't value agriculture, and people are so much used to quick, clean money from the offices. Yes. So it becomes a total challenge. That is the biggest challenge people don't want to do. Even those who know, and those who do, they don't know how to do it. Yes. So that's why we say no. At our institute, we must demonstrate, and even those who have been doing and they don't know, we should also make them know. And for us who are not doing it, we should also come and do. I think together, we need that bond. We need that unity to work together, even with government, development partners, the academician, and the informal sector. If we can join our hands together and work together and help each other, as you look at these hands, this one is here, this is here, this is here. So, but when we join up, that's when we can excel in agriculture.
Okay, are there like specific districts where maybe maize grows well in eastern Uganda, millet grows well this side, banana, what like that?
I can guide as a doctor in agriculture and road transformation. Yes. From the basic which I know. For us, we grew up in Hoima. Our millet used to grow well. Yeah. Beans used to grow well. But when I came here, and matoke would grow well, but not very well. Cassava would grow, potatoes, and the other cash crops. But here in the north, when we tried beans, it totally failed to come out. Wow. But peanuts in the first season, it comes out. And the fruits, it's excellent. And also sorghum, it does well. To me, I want to call upon the scientists to come on air and clarify which plants grow here and here. I know matoke grows well in Mbarara. I know coffee grows well in the Central. I know Zombo also coffee grows well. And in Western, I know coffee and the tea grows well. So we should plant according to the zone, which crops grow well in a certain area. Because when we do that, then we shall not suffer.
So Mama, to add on that, back then in 2019, 2020, my brother was trying to practice farming. He planted tomatoes. Twice and they were all just dying. He was just planting on an acre of tomato, it died. And then he planted again, it died. So I think that thing of specific areas are meant for specific crops. So who is meant to educate the people about that?
To me, I call upon the soil scientists, those who are seated in the office, because they are experts. They are supposed to come on the ground and guide the community. But for us, what we are doing, we want to thank Private Sector Foundation. We are getting the younger graduates ready for job. We are testing them. We have got some who have started soil scientists. We are going to buy the kits and we start testing which one grows in a certain area. Like now on 1,700 acres, we have to do like almost 50 tests. Yeah. So we know this one, matoke can grow here, this can grow here. So after doing that, then we start duplicate that in the community. But I call upon the soil scientists to leave their offices, to come and we work together. Because sincerely, government must work with the private sector. Let them come with their knowledge and we practice it. Then we help even other people. So it should be done in the whole country. If we can do that, then we shall improve our productivity.
So what advice do you give to a farmer? Is it good to like just focus on growing cash crops, or you need to mix?
To me, I believe in creating the dollars worth. You must think about yourself. Not to be like these other farmers, the big matoke you take to the garden. Yeah. A farmer must have a home of abundance. To have at least 11 types of fruits, to have different types of food, and also produce forecast. And you first think about your stomach. Do you have enough to eat? Then you sell the excess to get the money to help you to be a rich person.
Yes.
That's what I believe.
How is the Ugandan market like standing?
To me, we've never failed to sell, especially when the road is okay. Like last season, we managed to sell some of our mangoes and some of our citrus. And as a farmer, we are supposed to be patient. As I say, as patient as a farmer. If you make a roast this season, like we roast out on granules, we planted 50 acres of granules, we only managed to get 10 bags, and it was nothing in it. But the good thing is, we intercropped the granules in the mangoes. The mangoes were growing, so we are not losers. But if we had not intercropped, now we would have given up on agriculture. And that's why many people, when they make a roast in the season, they give up. And the next season, those who have others left, those who are consistent, they benefit a lot. So me, I want really to encourage farmers to be patient, to work hard, and ensure that at least you go to the garden morning and evening, and also you are there to plant this and this, so that if the genets have died, you find that maybe beans or green gram and other things have grown. Never to give up. Yes.
What is our main market as Ugandans? Is it here in Uganda or exporting outside?
To me, Uganda, we have a good market here in Uganda. We are consumers and people are not mean they can buy. But we also have the region and we can also export. That's why we are looking at complete value chain. You can sell locally, you can sell in the region, you can also export. That's why for us we don't look at, or I do one or two. For us we do many things. If you fail to sell this, you will sell this. And you know seasonally. Like mangoes, we have 1.5 season. After mangoes, you will see guavas is coming up, citrus is coming up, or you plant now, you will have sorghum, you will have millet, granules. To me as a farmer, just concentrate, plant in time, do everything, use a calendar, a farm calendar. You must know the time of preparing the land, the time of planting, the time of weeding, the time of harvest. It's a matter of using the time and to time it and do things in the right way, and then you get the money.
So now talking about management, how do you manage a very big farm like this?
Yes, we train. That's why we have a farm institute. We keep learning, we keep searching, and we keep learning from our mistakes.
Wow, that's great. So talking about value addition, most farmers, for them they focus on growing and then selling out. So like most people don't want like to process all.
It's not an easy journey.
Yeah.
Because you might not have the money to buy the equipment. That's why we are determined to have a factory. It has not been easy, but I know one day we shall be there. So most of the farmers, if they can't afford, I don't advise them to go to the bank to borrow. Sell what you have till you raise the money to do value addition.
Isn't it affecting our economy? Because when you visit supermarkets, you find most products are from abroad. They are just imported inside.
One, I would make appeal to government and government partners, but at times the way they look at things are different. To me as a farmer, I'm very patient and determined, and I know one day the factory will be there at the right time God arranged. But a farmer should not give up. To me, my strength is in I can't give up, and I know I will be there.
What privileges can you tell a person out there that are good that are there in farming? The privileges you have in farming.
To me, one, at this Delight Farm Institute, I can tell you I have managed to treat myself. I used to have pressure, the pressure is down. I used to have arthritis, it cleared, and I'm more physically fit than the way I am. I see other people aging, but for me, age is just a number. I eat well, I drink well, I walk. I can walk like even 6-7 kilometers in a day, and I sleep well. And I wake up in the morning very busy with new programs. So the privileges which are in agriculture, I cannot tell it all. You know, you wake up, you see a pawpaw. You're walking in the garden, you see rosemary. As you walk, you see a mango, it's ready. I'm telling you, it's very exciting and rewarding to be a farmer.
And according to the current situation where everything is expensive from food, so I think that's more advantage.
I want to tell you one thing, it's very exciting.
Yes. As we are still continuing, tell the people that there is money in farming.
Do you know there is a great saving in farming? Whatever we eat here, we pick from the garden. So the money we would spend buying food, we already saved it in our wallet. You wake up in the morning, you start with the fruit. You take honey, you are not buying sugar. You eat everything, healthy food from the garden. You invest in yourself. That's why you see me looking much better than those years. And the money you save per day. At this farm, we are more now today than 120 people. We all eat, we all drink, we save. If I were buying food for 120 people, how would I make it? Would I have money? Now, you also sell the excess. As I said, there is the intercrop, there is the fruits, and you see every year, season of the year, there is something you can sell. To me, I sincerely believe we should concentrate in farming as a business.
Wow. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.